So I'm very lucky today. I have National Knife and Tomahawk champion Mike Gross come down from Massachusetts to hang with us today. So I just wanted to ask him a few questions that I know I'm interested in, and hopefully other people will find it interesting as well. So Mike, appreciate it, brother. You coming down?
Good to be here, my friend.
Cool.
All right.
So I want to ask, when did you start doing throwing?
Well, I've been throwing things ever since I was about 7 years old. We used to throw railroad spikes into ties. I remember my friends used to lift up this tine up against a big coal hopper, and we used to throw these spikes. They're really short and heavy and not really good for throwing, and they bounce a lot. You know,
Did you get hit?
I learned the hard way a few times.
Yeah.
A few times. Once in the knee, I hit my brother in the back of the head. We don't want to go there, but I started doing that, and I was throwing things all my life, screwdrivers, things like that, until I found out about this great thing, knife throwing. I played in a band. We used to do a block party every year. It's called the Barn Boys. We used to do this crazy event. I used to do a crazy skit, comedy skit with my wife in between sets. And we were on vacation one year at Fort William Henry, and I saw some throwing tomahawks on display there. And I told my wife, I said, "Hon, this is our next skit. I'm going to get some of these tomahawks. I'm going to throw them into a log round or something like that." She said, "That's fine. I think you're nuts, but yeah, go right ahead." And I got all the information I could on tomahawks and things like that. Ordered a set of tomahawks. I started throwing them. I got pretty good at it. You know, something like sometimes you know you can do something before you even do it. Mm-hmm. And I had that feeling with tomahawks. And I got into knives, and then one thing led to another. And I told my wife the next year, I said, "You know what we'll do? The next time I'll throw knives around you." And she said, "Are you crazy?" And I said, "No, I can do this." So what I did
No, I can do this.
No, I got this. So we took baby steps to put I said, if I can hit a fist-sized circle 100 times in a row, would you trust me enough to stand 20 feet away? And I said, "Right now you're only 15 feet away." She goes, "Yeah, I'll do that." So we did it, baby steps, I did it, and I said, "Okay, now we just stand 8 feet away." Yeah. 6 feet, baby steps.
Right.
Now we put a balloon in your mouth. Okay, and that's how we did it. And one thing led to another, and before you knew it, she was spinning around on a wheel, and I was throwing knives around her like that. Then I was hanging upside down. I throw knives hanging upside down as well while she spins on a wheel. But we do all kinds of things, fire knives and everything else.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did you do baby steps to get you to be the target for Rosa?
No, well, no. We do have an understanding. My wife shoots a crossbow, and I do put an apple on my head, and she shoots it. So we have an understanding. It is 50-50.
Okay.
You know, we both give, we both receive. Right. But that's what we do. I'm also a competition thrower. I've won 6 national championships, 2 knife national championships, 2 Tomahawk national championships, and 2 Mountain Man event championships, which is a combination of Bowie knife and Tomahawk. And in 2012, I was named World Champion Impalement Artist of the Year by the International Knife Throwers Hall of Fame. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Cool. And for like somebody who's interested, I know you teach seminars. I've been fortunate enough to take a few seminars with you for tomahawk and knife throwing. So besides seminars, what kind of helpful hints would you give to people who are interested in getting into knife throwing or tomahawk throwing?
Yeah, well, if you're interested in getting into knife throwing, I would suggest you contact the International Knife Throwers Hall of Fame. It's ikthof.com. They have all the information you'll need on safety, how-tos, who to contact, all the competitions that are going on throughout the world. But remember, and I tell this to everybody, and you know this one, I told you a million times, that the equipment you have is very important. You know, you can go online and get these cheapo knives, you know, and they look really cool and everything else. But it's a very simple formula for a throwing knife. First of all, a throwing knife really shouldn't be sharp, because you should be able to throw it by the blade and by the handle. You don't want to throw a throwing knife. You don't want to throw a sharp knife by the blade, obviously, and you don't want to have to adjust your grip because the blade is sharp. Knife throwing as a sport is a lot different than, you know, what a knife. The knife is a tool, or how you would use knives in your knife instruction. But a knife should be at least 12 inches long, and the formula, what did we say?
12.
At least 1 to 1.5 ounces per inch of knife. In other words, a 12-inch knife should weigh at least 12 ounces. And you don't want to get for a throwing knife, for it to have stability in flight, you want it to be at least 12 inches long. You don't want to go with anything that's 6 inches, because there's a ton of stuff out there that's small like that.
12, 14 inches.
12 to 14 inches, 1 to 1.5 ounces per inch of knife. Yeah.
Awesome. So besides doing seminars, how else can people see you?
You can visit us on Facebook. We're One Sharp Marriage on Facebook. That's the name of our stage act, my wife and I. www.onesharpmarriage.com is our website, and that'll go right to our Facebook page. You can hit us up, Michael Gross, on Facebook if you like. But get us on Mike at One Sharp Marriage. If you have any questions about throwing knives or getting started or anything like that, I'm more than happy to help.
Cool. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, brother.
Thanks for having me.